Hello.
Yes, we have our new producers working tonight. I think all you in the chat know Karis. So welcome.
Yes. We
apprentice
hello,
producer, Karis. Yeah.
and welcome back to Poveglia. I, of course, am your benevolent dungeon master, Puck, also known as Maestro di Prigione. Prigone? Let's go with Prigone.
Prigione.
Prigone!
Yeah, that's right.
Prigione.
And we are here to continue our Gothic horror adventure, a weekend in Poveglia. And thank you all so much for joining us today. Of course, we have our guest producer, Karis, is joining us today. And of course, we have our incredible cast, which I will introduce in no particular order.
But first,
well, I was going to start with you, and then so you can do the thing. Starting with
fine.
the amazing Kashana, who has an announcement.
Impatient
Impatient.
Kashano.
I guess instead of my regular introduction, we got to do the sponsor message. That's right. This show and all the rest of our regularly scheduled live episodes for the rest of this season, that so that's Mercs of Mischief and Too Many Warlocks, are sponsored by. Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess?
Does anybody know?
Who
Can
might
you
be
figure it out?
sponsoring something we do?
Who would sponsor us?
Our wonderful friends at Hero Forge.
It's Hero Forge.
So
Oh
a
my
few
God.
things on that. If you've been like sitting there waiting to buy that perfect character you created, don't click that button yet. Wait till tomorrow, because November 19th, which is tomorrow, through the 30th, they're doing extended Super Black Friday sale. It's $5 off of all physical printed minis, the ones that you get printed and sent to you, if you use the code EPICLOOT at checkout. And also, if you are somebody who has a 3D printer and you like to download the STLs, those are half price for the whole sale, and you don't even need a code for that. So those are $3.99. Oh, let me.
$3.99. Yeah, $3.99.
Okay, I'll just make sure.
I have a question. How do you spell loot? Is it L-O-O-T?
L-O-O-T. Epic Loot. It's all one word. And if you're not sure, look right there. Right there.
There. I'll
There's
put it down there.
Message. It says it.
No, it's right. It's below.
No,
John.
it's right. You don't.
It's
I
already there.
did it. Scott,
It's
all right.
on the
Don't
thing.
act like I'm gonna.
Oh my God.
But there
So
will be a
yes.
link in the description.
Yeah, I'll
Please
do that
support-
too.
Our wonderful. Oh yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a link in the description that you can click, which makes it even easier for you. But yeah, go to heroforge.com and use the code EPICLOOT for $5 off of all your physical minis, November 19th through the 30th, 2020, and give them some love for supporting us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, the amazing Kashano. Now, also joining us today, we have Miss Nora von Fehrenbach joining us as well. And then, of course, the birthday girl, Lilith Cantante.
Who's up and
Who's up
away?
and
left.
She
Gone
Wish her
again.
happy
left.
birthday today if you get a chance. And then
If you
we
get a
also-
chance.
If you get a chance. And
Catch her if you
also,
can.
we have Jill Faulkner joining us.
Watch trash. Oh wait, no, that's never mind.
No, that's another. We'll do that later. And then, last but not least, we have medical enthusiast Penton Wright joining us today as well. Just need to get the mood. When last we left our party goers, man, I think something's up on this island. So, a lot of things unfolded. Everyone was invited to the island of Poveglia with the intention of having a kind of investors' weekend at the behest of one Mr. Cesare Pratti. Now, Mr. Cesare Pratti invited you all to this island, and upon initially arriving, things seemed relatively mundane. There were a number of unusual characters around, but it wasn't long before the accidents started to pile up, and the strange visions started to pile up. And now the bodies are beginning to pile up. Among the dead, we have a number of workers that were killed in a fiery petroleum explosion. We have another poor server who was beaten to death, seemingly by one of the party's attendees, a Sir Grandham, who then flung himself, or perhaps slipped, from the highest tower of the residences set up on Poveglia, falling to his death. Jill Faulkner and Penton Wright seem to have come across an unusual illness that they think may be responsible for the goings-on here at the island. Also, there's a number of unusual interpersonal relationships that are happening here as well that are getting uncovered. And all of this is being slowly revealed before our people here, who decided to take their time to go into Cesare Pratti's office and give that dude the grill. They interrogated Mr. Pratti. Mr. Pratti agreed to allow them access to everywhere on the island, whatever they wish, if they can help him protect the remaining people here. He insists that he is not their enemy. I don't think they're sold on it. And we now pick up with our party goers having exited the office of Mr. Cesare Pratti after interrogating him fully and noticing that there is now a second blackened handprint on the window that looks over the island of Poveglia from the dining hall and the ball hall. It's a multi-purpose hall. So, you are now free to move about the cabin.
The cafetorium.
The cafetorium.
Yeah, if we're noticing the hands on the window.
This is the third time.
Just kind of. Does that seem straight? That should have washed off in the rain.
And there's another with it.
And there's another with it.
A permanent stain? Just replace the window then.
I sort of feel like you're missing the point.
I don't think that's what they're concerned about.
And yeah, I'll go up to it and take a
Yeah.
closer look.
Very well.
I did provide a solution.
I mean, she did.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what? I should probably look at what you rolled for your investigation check.
Oh, should I roll investigation? Okay.
Yes, please. I thought you did. I thought that was why you changed.
That's a 19.
That is a 19, sir. Very well. So, with your 19, having a look at it, you go up and you peer very closely at this. The substance is thick, and even just looking at it from the other side of the window, it appears to bead any water that touches it. You can still see remnants from the previous night's rainstorm, or perhaps when a servant was attempting to wash it off of the windows.
I say, didn't we notice that a servant was washing off the windows earlier?
Yes.
I turn back. I would have thought petroleum,
Well,
but clearly, I mean, I know it's a little tricky to get off, but not this tricky.
clearly it's time to take a sample.
Oh, by all means, you get out your little tubes and whatnot and do science at it.
I'll
Do
tell you what
science at
I'm
it.
sampling. These cucumber sandwiches, and they are amazing. Does anybody else want one? I got the
How can
platter
you
from the
still
kitchen.
Eat in this room.
It's a cucumber sandwich. It's the farthest thing from me you can get. Here, just try one. And I've
There's
got the
still
platter.
blood on the floor.
Yeah, but not in this sandwich.
They have covered up the portion of the floor that was stained with blood with a rug.
I'm fine. And he pulls out a little flask and
So, does this window
Not your
open
champions.
at all, or is it? Are we? What floor are we on?
You're on the main floor, so the way it is laid out, from Mr. Pratti's office, which is connected to the rest of the residences, as you walk out into the main dining hall, on your right-hand side, there is a series of 4 tall arched windows with square segmented glass sections on them that look out over the island. And on the other side, there is a series of matching windows that lead to a large entranceway that looks over a walkway to what at some point you're certain will become a main port for the island. You can see out over the Aegean Sea in that direction. And then at the back of this room, there is a series of cabinets and cupboards and the enormous fireplace and the large rifle that sits above the fireplace, along with the seating chairs and everything like that. The handprint is on the window on the right side, the very last one before it begins to connect to the corner wall.
Okay.
Has
The
the
window
gun
doesn't
on the
open.
wall been mentioned
Right.
in Act 1?
Right.
Yes, it
I
was.
heard.
I don't
I
I don't
heard that
remember
gun
that.
on the wall.
I'll be
It
honest. I
was.
don't
You guys
remember
you guys forgot about it, so I saw fit to remind you.
that. Uh-huh.
Appreciate that.
Love
Get
that.
that gun.
So I'll have to go outside basically to get to the handprint.
Yes.
I feel like a bit torn because I think somebody should check on the Hound sisters. Like I said, I might be able to get a straightforward answer, professional courtesy and all that. But am I going to become ill by being too near them?
I don't know about that type of ill. But I mean, I of course don't know if they've been exposed to, and she points at where the body fell out of the tower or whatever.
Right. Well, yeah, might as well see what's up. And I'll make my way towards their room.
Very well. Jill, you're stepping outside to get a sample of this substance?
Yep.
All right. And Nora?
I want to go look at the hunting rifle on the wall since we already established that Nora does go hunting in her homeland. And, I want to see if it's an actual functional rifle that I could potentially use.
Absolutely, you may do that. Pen, where are you headed? Besides to lunch.
I think I'm standing because I can see the window from here. I can see Nora with the rifle. I watched Kashano head down the hall, so I think I'm going to stand here in the middle of this room and finish my cucumber sandwich while I wait and just see what's going on. They're triangle cut too. It's
Intrepid explorer. Pen, right? Wow. This place is exciting.
Hey, by the way, just asking, you had mentioned healing stuff. Is there any chance that eating this cucumber sandwich?
No, you heal up from resting, healing your sanity. You finish certain tasks that will heal your sanity. None of you have done any of them yet.
We don't know what they are.
Man, this is a good cucumber
My sanity's
sandwich.
fine.
Yeah, my sanity has yet to take a hit,
Yeah, I think it's
and
just
not for lack of
two
trying.
of us.
It's just two of you that are all not doing so well. And last but not least, Miss Lilith Cantante, where will you be headed?
I'm gonna get me a cake. No, I'm kidding.
It's almost time for your meeting as it gets later in the day.
Oh, the meeting that should have been earlier. Tulio, you suck. Yeah, I'll go meet up with Tulio. I feel like I'm always late to everything now.
You just get there. You should have been 3 hours ago. You suck, Tulio.
Try to go to that guy's room earlier to check on him. Try to blow up something earlier in that blue wood. I'm going to start stacking these things and be like, I don't know, just for funsies.
So
Anyways.
we are going to start with the people doing their business in the main hall, and then we are going to move to the people going to do business in the residences. So let's start with Miss Jill Faulkner. So you're stepping outside to go examine this handprint.
Uh-huh.
So, Jill, as you step outside to take a look at it, I would like to see I would like to see a medicine check, or a nature check, or an investigation check. I'll accept any of those three.
Well, 2 of those are the same.
'Kay.
So
But they keep in mind that in
Yeah.
saying this, successes in all 3 of these will provide different results.
can I just roll all of them?
No, because I want you, Jill Faulkner, to tell me how you are examining this. Are you examining this as a natural phenomenon? Are you examining this as perhaps something to do with disease? Or are you simply just examining it further, learning what you can about the physical properties of the substance?
That was an
Very well.
investigation of 12.
So, with an investigation of 12 from outside, you can see that the handprint has been... It looks as though a hand was pushed in and then dragged downward and away. You can see the small streak marks at the bottom of the palm of the hand, while the rest is a clear outline around it. The substance is black, but as you take a closer look at it, you can see a small yellow substance speckled throughout the black goo of it. It's almost tar-like.
I will scrape some into like a, sure I have like a test tube or something.
Very well. You do a scraping.
Being very careful not to breathe in whatever this is.
Very well. So, you do your scraping of the object, while Nora takes a look at the fireplace. So, Nora, the von Fehrenbachs are fairly isolationist. They don't get out a lot, but certainly they keep up on the goings-on throughout Europe. These things are always noteworthy. This rifle appears to be of either Persian or Ottoman construction. It has the signature long barrel, very thin, lightweight design that you normally see amongst desert fighters. And from what you can tell at looking at it, you don't see any kind of capping on the barrel, any such thing as that. You don't see the loading mechanism isn't blocked in any way. By your assessment, this appears to be an operational rifle.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the rifle. Who's gonna stop me?
I'm taking this gun.
Taking this gun, and I'm looking around for Mr. Pratty or Mr. Precht to ask them if they have ammo. Because once again, who's gonna stop me?
Very well. You take down this gun. Mr. Pratty and Mr. Precht are not immediately around.
Who is? Who's just seen me take this gun?
Pen.
Great.
Please tell me that you were saying who's gonna stop me as you did.
Yeah, Nora's muttering to herself, who's gonna stop me, as she like looks around and takes down this rifle.
I'm holding this tea sandwich and I'm just like, certainly not me.
So, Pen, Nora, I would like you both to do a perception check for me.
Yay.
Also, I'm just curious, is this like a muzzle load black powder? Is this a cap and ball situation? Is this a metal cartridge? How modern?
Cartridges were just invented like 10
Yeah,
years ago.
cartridges are
That's
still
pretty new.
fairly new technology. It's not a cartridge rifle, it is a single loader.
Is
So
it
you load a single bullet, fire, load another bullet, fire. It's
But
not
is
a
it like
muzzle
black
load.
powder or is it cap and ball?
Yeah.
It's black powder. No, sorry, it's cap and ball. It's cap and ball.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I mixed the two up.
We're exactly the same perceptive
Yep.
wise.
Okay, so it occurs to both of you that
Don't forget to announce your rolls.
yes,
Oh,
you
two
both got
18s.
18.
Thank you.
It occurs to both of you at the same time as you're both kind of looking in that direction that these various cabinets and shelves filled with the various artifacts and treasures that Mr. Prati has acquired over the years, you're fairly certain one of them is missing. So
Weird.
maybe you should check and see if there's anything else.
Hey.
You remember that weird statue that was over here? Oh, look, it's not there anymore. But we knew that. I wonder if anything else is missing.
I guess we should look.
Yes.
We say completely naturally.
That's a leading role for other dungeon masters out there. Is what we call that.
So how would we go about examining this then?
Well, you could simply look over the bookcases. If you'd like to do an investigation check to look very carefully, either one of you could do that.
Who has better investigation? Or can we both do it?
You could both do it.
Okay, good.
It's possible neither of you find anything. Oh.
I got 19.
Rolled
17.
19.
So
And a
hopefully I
7.
found something.
So, you can clearly see a very light dust outline from where the one figure was taken. The only other place you find that has a similar outline that there is a missing object has 2 rectangular lines about 6 inches apart. Clearly
Mr. Wright,
marked within the dust.
come here and look at this? Or look at what's not here?
What's not here is a cleaning service. I don't... Ugh. But I suppose that's to our advantage. 2 lines. That could
be
anything.
You hear me whispering?
I do.
I hate
You hear it too.
I do.
And I just kind of like... Anything can happen. I'm trying to remember if I can recall what... I remember looking over these, not in depth, to be honest with you, but I did take a glance around. I'm trying to remember if I can recall what was in this spot.
I only remember the winged demon-esque looking figure that seems to have beaten the servant to death.
Yeah. Mr. Dungeon Master, is there any roll I can make to see if I remember what was around here?
Well, memory sure does sound like a history check, Mr. Wright. If you'd like to make a history check, that's certainly on you.
I certainly shall, and that is a 22.
No, you remember everything. Penn Wright has a phonographic memory. He can hear everything perfectly.
Sometimes I wish I hadn't.
So there was a wide-bladed, jeweled dagger in a sheath sitting on a small stand here.
That's bad is what that is. There was a dagger here. It was bejeweled, one might even say. But it's no longer there, as you can see, which means someone has it.
Wonderful. More artifacts used as weapons.
Well, yeah, but that one is a weapon. We saw what they did with the one that wasn't a weapon. So I'm glad you've got that gun. I'm going to stay close.
I'm glad I
to
got
you.
this gun too. Can I check to see if this gun is loaded? That feels like an important question.
It is not currently loaded.
That takes away that danger.
I am going to add a gun with 0 bullets to your D&D Beyond sheet. Well, we step over to Mr. Kashano.
I was just looking like, how many bullets do I have?
You have 6, sir.
Okay, so I just got 1 load there.
Yeah.
Well, I should probably be conservative with those and not go
Is
sport.
anyone else uncomfortable with how quickly Sean knew that? Or is that just me? No? Okay.
That kind of put the damper on some of the stuff I wanted to do. All right. Yeah. Go down and talk to the Hound Sisters.
Of course. So, you're making your way down the halls of the residence areas where you guys have all been laid out. And as you get closer to the room of the Hound Sisters, you hear another scream.
Is it coming from the room?
Yes.
I'll run down. Is everything all right in there?
And the eldest sister, Miss Sally Hound, opens the door.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "My apologies. Mr. Kashano, our sister is still experiencing vivid visions."
Sure. Yes, that's actually what I hoped to talk to you about. Let me look around and make sure no one else is in the hall. Candidly, between colleagues, perhaps?
Of course.
But I don't know. She seemed like she wants to stand at the door. She might be in.
She's just standing at the door, like she.
Okay.
You get the impression immediately that she is very deliberately attempting to block your view.
We can speak somewhere else if you'd like.
Yes, perhaps I'll step outside for a moment. Tilly, please take care of Maria for a moment. I just need to speak with Mr. Kashano. And she kind of slinks out the door and closes it behind her. So,
I will gesture down towards my door if she seems amicable to that.
Very well. And she travels with you down to your door.
Okay. Yeah, once we get inside and close the door. Now look, I understand the need to remain consistent, but given recent events, the man in the tower and all that, I'm hoping that you can be... Can we just drop the shit for like a couple minutes, because there's lives at stake, possibly your sister's.
Are you a wealthy man, Mr. Kashano?
I do all right. Wasn't born this way, of course, but, you know, sell enough snake oil to enough fools and get by.
I see. Well, imagine what you make doing what you do, and then split it 3 ways, and then share it with an ailing family back in America.
Yeah.
It doesn't go as far as it should.
I
And
can
as
imagine.
such, we cannot afford to compromise any part of it.
I understand. I don't intend to compromise anything you're doing.
There are a number of very wealthy and influential people here, Mr. Kashano.
I sympathize. I'm not here to out you, but I do want to know as much as I can the extent of what we're dealing with.
Maria was in the sun too long. She got all caught up with that handsy Spaniard.
Has she ever suffered this sort of overheating before?
There was one time. It was a particularly influential client. We had to make sure that the spiritual energies were high. so we used some experimental incense.
Was it similar? Do you suppose? Basically, what I'm trying to figure out, and so I understand if you don't want to go into any details, and I certainly won't pass along anything that's said here, but I'm just sort of trying to narrow this down. Is this a case of some sort of potential poisoning, something in the environment, or some manner of illness? Because if we have some idea of if it's one of those, we can start to figure out what to avoid until we can get the fuck off this forsaken island.
I suggest you avoid everyone and everything. I'm going to tend to my sisters in our room and attempt to salvage what I can financially from this weekend. I would advise you to do similarly.
Thank you for your time and your candor. I won't keep you any longer.
And she allows herself exit and heads back to her room with her sisters.
Very well. I guess I'll return to the hall, see who's there.
Very well.
And
Nora brandishing a gun.
Well, I was
Who's
actually
gonna
say,
stop
like,
me?
before I leave, I am going to check out my own newly acquired gun. What kind of gun is this?
It is
Specifically.
a Colt revolver. It is a Colt revolver of unspecific make. It has 6 shots in it. It is a similarly structured long barrel revolver to what you saw Mr. Russ Turnbull using.
Is this a cap and ball situation too, or is this
No, this is
metal?
sorry, yeah, no, it is a cap and ball situation.
Okay.
That's just when I hear cap and ball, I automatically think of muzzle loaders because I picture in my head loading the ball. But
I still don't know what
anyways.
it means, so
So rather than having a bullet with the powder and all as one piece, you've got a powder cap and a lead ball. Put in the ball, put on the cap. As far as reloading goes, this is the kind of, you gotta turn it and do one at a time.
Open the
I'm guessing.
barrel, put the bullets in. Yeah.
It's not a pop the cylinder out to the side situation.
No. Yeah,
All
pop
right.
it open, dump out the 6 bullets, load 6 new ones.
So we're looking at like a peacemaker or something. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah,
All right.
and I'll make my way back. Lady Fehrenbach, are you comfortable? One of those?
I mean, I'm more comfortable with a Winchester or a Remington, but this would do in a pinch.
Well, I mean, they've got rifles here. We were sport shooting just earlier. I'm sure that we could get our hands on one of those. Perhaps we'll go for a walk in the woods, see if we can find some pigeons.
Yeah, if we can find some ammo, I would be amenable to that.
I mean,
There's
seems
still
like
some afternoon light, so be a good time to go better than later.
Yeah. Mr. Wright,
yes.
you have a handle a rifle?
No, but I do trust this woman with one. She does seem to know what she's doing, and I certainly don't know what I'm doing. I raise the cucumber sandwich that I'm still nursing.
All right. Fair enough.
Also, Jill would be outside scraping the window.
And we should tell Miss... I forgot her last name. It's Jill
Faulkner.
Faulkner. God told me. He came to me in a dream. She's outside. We should probably let her know.
Faulkner.
I'm sure we'll
Thank you.
hate what's happening.
pass her on our way out. You sure you want to take that antique with you? I'm quite certain we'll be able to grab something a little more modern.
I'm not letting it go until we have something a little more modern.
All right. But before you do let it go, you know how to remove the firing pin?
Sean, do I know how to remove the firing pin? How much is Kashano gonna mansplain guns to me? Let's be real.
I'm gonna say from your background, you know very well how to handle this rifle.
If you've ever
Remove the
cleaned your
firing
own
pin.
rifle,
Yeah.
if you've ever cleaned your own rifle, you probably know how to
Yeah.
disable one.
The Black Forest is full of wild boars, which presumably she hunts. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just flat out give him a look and remove the firing pin.
I mean, like, hey, look, there's real hunting, and then there's hunting, of the aristocracy. So I don't know.
I am the aristocracy, and I do real hunting.
It's rare.
Wild boars don't mess
Admirable.
around.
All right then. Yeah. So I guess we'll go out and see if the guy's still out there with the rifles and
Yeah, and more ammo.
Very well. So, while you guys head out that way, Miss Cantante, you're headed to your meeting with Mr. Tullio.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
See where this is
you
gonna
tell
lead
me.
now. No, it's fine. I'm messing. Let's do this.
Okay. All right. So you headed
What's
to
Tullio up to?
Well, you approach Sir Hubert Granham's room,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear the sound of running water.
In his room?
Yes. And once more, the door is open a crack.
I want to. But then I have people saying that, this thing is contagious and Sir Hubert, whatever his name is contagious and this is probably a contagious room. So, I mean, you know what, the hell with it. Let's do this. I'm going to get a piece of cloth to cover my mouth with.
So
I'm so in trouble.
you grab like a handkerchief out of your pockets, or your carrying bag, and here I am like, ladies' dresses don't have pockets. That's like a big issue. So you take a piece of cloth out of your carrying bag, and you put it over your mouth, and as you step in, you hear, "Hello," and Tullio steps out of the bathroom, wiping his hands.
Is he also covering his mouth too, or is he just like,
No, he's dressed the same way he was back at the tennis court, so he's just wiping his hands with a towel. So you received my message.
Yeah, it's late though to figure out this Hubert problem because he died. And
Yes.
what are you doing here in this room? Do you not hear?
Well, it was closer than my room, and I got my little sweaty doing the tennis, so I decided to wash up.
You should probably cover your face or something so you don't inhale whatever made this guy crazy.
Miss Cantante, if there was something to inhale to make people crazy, we all would have inhaled it by now. We have been here for a day.
Well, that means that Hubert went somewhere then before he went off to bed.
Yes. So let's check his room and see where he went.
I thought we were already in this room.
We are in his room, but let's look closer.
Okay.
All I have seen is the bathroom and the front door.
Oh. Just to wear gloves. And I'll put it on my little lady gloves. If I haven't got them all already.
I imagine you have very fine gloves that you put on. And he walks in with you. The scene that is laid out in front of you, he had a dresser set up with a tilted mirror on it. The mirror has been shattered. On the dresser, there is a platter with a vase that at one point you assume was filled with water, but has since been knocked over along with any glasses that were there. His clothes and his luggage have been pulled out and strewn about the room. And his bed has a wet outline of a person on it.
Tulio, do you think that's a sweat outline, like he caught the fever or something?
Yes, he's probably sweat.
Yes. Okay.
He takes a big sniff.
Ew. Okay. So, did he do all of this then, or did someone raid his room?
I don't know, but we should probably take a closer look.
Okay, I guess let's investigate.
And the first thing that happens for Tulio is he goes over to the remaining unpacked pieces of luggage in the room.
Okay.
That Sir Hubert has, and he begins looking through them to see what he can find. What do you want to investigate?
Tulio took the good stuff. Was a broken drawer? Oh, is there stuff in drawers?
There may be. Do you want
Or
to
under the
investigate the
mattress?
dresser?
Under the mattress. That's a thing you do back then. Oh, you kind of do things now too, but under the mattress too. I'm checking out.
Very well.
Let's check the closet while we're at it. Just check everything. I don't know what that says. Should I just say a list of what I'm going to check?
Absolutely. Tell me where you want to go.
Oh, okay. Drawers.
All right.
Check the mattress. All right, we'll start.
Give me an investigation check for the dresser, please.
I can open a drawer. Shouldn't be hard.
Well, certainly, but you are using your investigative mind to pore over anything that might seem amiss. You are CSI Venice, and you reconstruct the crime scene. So, a couple things that you notice.
Yay.
With your nat 20 roll on investigation.
I can see everything.
You can see through time. What you can see is, as you look out over this scene, a couple things stand out to you. One, the vase that was formerly filled with water, the drinking water supplied to all the rooms for the residents through the night.
Nat 20, by the way. Sorry, guys.
It is. There is no spilled water on the dresser or anywhere. And the vase itself is dry. You also notice that on the vase are marks that correspond to where the mirror was broken, as though it was thrown.
Okay. Empty pot thrown at a mirror?
Yes. Everything has been taken out of the drawers. And as you get to the other end of the dresser, you can see the small coal-powered heating stove.
A heating stove?
Yes, heats the rooms at night. You shovel small amounts of coal into it and it heats them throughout.
Okay.
The door is open.
Okay. Investigate.
I'm not going to assume you look inside anything. You don't tell me you don't look inside.
All right.
So
this is fine.
You look inside. This thing is packed with coal, and it appears to have been extinguished.
Okay.
Like somebody was trying to get a lot of heat out of this. But then they put the fire out.
Oh, Sky got something. Okay.
So,
Oh.
what would you like to investigate next? All of the drawers appear to be empty. They've been pulled out. Some have been broken off of their slides on the dresser, seemingly violently.
Any sign of blood or anything?
Well, if you go looking for blood, you don't find any blood. But what you do find is an unusual residue around the rim of the vase. And it starts at the edge and drips down part way.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves just a small line streak, like somebody scraped a drop off on the edge.
I'm gonna take a pillow. I'll take a pillowcase.
Substance is black.
Yeah. So I'll take a pillowcase. I'm hoping there's like fresh linens or something like that in the closet. Or something. I'm thinking hotel rooms got the fresh blankets somewhere.
There's like the extra pillows in the closet by the door that they put up. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. Is there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. So I'll take a pillowcase and just kind of save that for Jill, since it seems to be her thing.
You pack up the whole picture.
I will pack it up. I'll pack up what I can. Yeah, whatever fits in there.
All right. And then once you pack that up, could you make a perception check?
Can I say I'm going to pack it up very carefully?
Absolutely.
And cautiously.
Absolutely, you may do so.
Oh, okay. You said perception?
Yes, please.
God, please.
Okay, you didn't see it.
10. It's okay. I'm going to show it to Jill later. It's fine. She'll catch it then. Someone's going to catch it. I hope.
So what did you find?
It's some residue on the vase.
Oh.
I think Jill might be able to figure what it is. Seems to be something she's studying or something.
Hubert did not seem the type to me to enjoy recreational substances, but I guess it takes all kinds.
Did you find anything in the suitcase?
No, nothing but old suits and adventure books.
Did you cut it to see if there's anything beyond what you see? Like, rip the... I don't know how they made suitcases back then.
The lining of the suitcase.
Break open the suitcase.
Yeah, the lining of the suitcase, because I've seen a lot of movies, so I'm like wondering.
It's cantante.
What?
I am a very sneaky man. I know where people hide things. There was something else that was interesting.
What's
It
that?
seems that somebody had opened the window.
A window?
It has been closed, but it was open before. Take a look outside.
Maybe that's where he jumped out of? I mean, he was acting crazy.
Yes, it is very unusual.
Is it on like, are we on like a upper floors, or are we on like on one floor?
You are on the 3rd floor of the 3-story resident building.
Is there any signs like it looked like someone jumped out the window, like tree branches or something like that right on the ground?
If you look out, there are some ledges. And Tulio pushes open the window a bit.
Mm.
He says, Here, I will hold you. You lean out and look for handprints.
Oh. We're playing this game. Trust. Okay. If you let go, I'm going to haunt you next.
Well, it doesn't sound so bad, to be honest, but I will not let you fall either way.
Julio!
But, hey, if I'm going to have a ghost, I might as well have one as beautiful as you.
You waits for something like me to be dead so early.
Well, I'm glad that we both agree. Now then, take my hand, and I will lean you out of the door.
I'll take your hand.
Take your hand.
Take a hand. Sorry.
What are we doing? Are we doing a bit? Are we doing
Wait a bit. All right. So I guess I will have him support me as I lean out the window to get a better look.
All right. He holds on to you tightly as you
Good.
lean out the window to get a better look. And you can see clear marks on the outside where Sir Grandhem seems to have climbed out.
For old geezer who found his way down this building. Interesting.
And then from there, you can see where the handprints and footprints lead. It was easy enough for him to climb across the roof and get to the tower.
Did he seem like the athletic type to you?
No, frankly, I'm amazed he made it up there.
Long shot, but do you think the thing that he caught, like, made him stronger?
Well, it didn't make him stronger than the ground.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Hold on. Do you think this virus was created, man-made, rather than something natural?
Who said anything about the virus? What are you talking about, Lilith?
I don't know. I'm gonna go take a drink.
I'm saying crazy things. Never mind.
Don't start with your conspiracy theories.
I mean nothing.
As soon as it came out of my mouth, I just remembered, like, oh, it's a thing we're not supposed to do last week.
I just don't know. Well, had virus been discovered yet at this point, or were we still at?
Well,
cocaine?
It is currently believed that
Plague.
sicknesses are caused by toxic miasmas
All right,
that
so
lurk
miasma.
in the air. And sicknesses are just caused by bad air. That's why so many poor people get sick.
This is why This is where we found out that Lilith is on the leading edge of germ theory.
Yeah.
She's been a biologist this whole time.
There are certainly illnesses that are available, but they're generally considered, like, it's considered that everything is airborne and everything is in unclean air. So, you know.
And so I should just start calling it miasma. My bad.
Whatever.
Toxic air.
Don't worry about it. It's really a matter of how much do you trust Tulio to talk about this private sickness talk that you had with everybody else.
What do you know about this island again, history-wise?
It was a pet project by Napoleon. It was run by the National Health Service of Venice for a long time.
Wait,
Has
who?
good farmland.
Did I
The
hear
National
Napoleon?
Health Service of Venice.
Sorry. Okay. Interesting. Well, Yep. Well, should we check if there's anything else in the room before we go? I will.
Well, I don't think there's much else for us to find, but it's always worthwhile to give it a shot. He flips over the mattress.
Flip the mattress. Okay.
And underneath the mattress,
There was something. Got a little excited.
underneath the mattress, there are 3 Old English gold coins and a beautifully decorated silver cross necklace.
What? Can you describe the coins a little bit more?
Certainly. If you take a look at them, go over and pick one up. They're old Roman coins from way back when England was a Roman colony. You find that kind of thing kind of scattered about, buried in various corners of England all over the place.
Was he there? Interesting.
Was he where? Does this mean something to you, Lilith?
Well, he said he was an adventurer, similar to Sasari?
Ah. Perhaps he was afraid of dying, and he just wanted a couple coins to pay the riverboat man.
Maybe. I wonder if Sasari and Sir Hubert ever try to look for the same thing in Crossroads at some point.
He seemed to idolize the man from the conversations I had with him. He was very interested. At any rate, I don't think he will need the necklace anymore. And he snatches it off the bed.
I guess not. Well, if we have more questions, we can ask Sasari about this, I guess. Don't know anyone else on this island that knows about
It's quite nice. I think it is a Spanish cross. He probably got it from war spoils.
Well, at least you're getting something out of it if we get out of this damn island.
Oh yes, I will take it home.
Hopefully it's not cursed.
There are no cursed things, only cursed people.
Well,
It seems that Mr. Herbert was cursed in some way.
yes, cursed. Okay, well, I think our business in this room is done.
Yes, of course.
Tilio,
I'm sorry to say that it was not as nice of an encounter as our previous experience here. But
I don't know. Previously, when we were in here, I saw some dead man, or a ghost, or whatever with bloody shoes. So, not exactly any good times in this room, really.
perhaps Sir Hubert caught whatever you had. And he sees looking at you. I am kidding. Do not worry. I'm sure this is fine. He is a very old man. It is possible that his mind had simply gone. Could not separate the fantasies in his books from reality. It is sad, really.
Yeah. It's gotta be it. Okay, well. I don't know where to go next, Tulio. So I think I should drop off this to Miss Faulkner.
Yes, take it to the doctor. Maybe she can find something with it.
Would you like to escort me, or do you need? Are you going to investigate something else and we meet up again some other time?
I don't think I have seen Miss Faulkner's lab. I will join you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's an outcome that I wanted. Everything's going according to plan here. And he agrees to accompany you.
It's cool.
So the two of you set out in search of Miss Faulkner, Dr. Faulkner. Meanwhile,
Oh boy.
Penn, did you go with Nora and Kashano?
I'm staying behind the strong, independent woman with the gun who knows what she's doing.
And Jill Faulkner, they pass you on the way out.
The gun. They have a gun. We should go with them.
Go ahead.
Doctor, I'll kind of get in close. Nothing really useful except for it's whatever happened to her, I think is something real and something new to them. That's all I really know. But
All right. Well, this
don't think it was that.
And she shakes the test tube that's got the stuff from the handprint on it. She says, "This is interesting. I'm not sure what it is, but it's got bits of yellow in it as well. I'm gonna test it, see if I can't figure out what it is."
Interesting. Well, do you you ever handled a gun before?
Probably no.
All right. Well,
So,
I don't know what the fuck's going on around here. Just in case someone else goes mad and tries to go around bludgeoning with statues, we're gonna see about getting some shooting practice in. In that right pen.
I took the Hippocratic Oath. I don't really do guns. I'll come with you though, happily. I'll point and be like, "There, shoot that," kindly.
If you're being charged by a rabid beast, you wouldn't put it down?
Well, I don't have a firearm. I trust Miss. I keep wanting to say fucking not Miss Faulkner with my life. I saw the way she took that gun. I
no,
have full
that's
faith.
the other one.
That's
Fehrenbach, I believe.
Fehrenbach. Too many F names around here, if you ask me. Really hard to keep up with two names. I don't know why.
These cucumber sandwiches are amazing.
Yes, let me just.
Fucking Pinton's just like, I don't know, women. They all look the same to me. I don't know.
Well, look, I'm sure
Moving
this,
forward, he's gonna be mumbling the last names.
regardless of skill level and experience, I'm sure that this whole situation would be much safer for all armed. So, think about it.
Are you sure? Because I don't know what I'm doing.
That's a very good point, Mr. Wright. A gun in the wrong person's hand.
No,
Could
more
be a
guns
mistake.
always make the situation safer.
Are you
This is
sure
well
you're
known.
not from America?
What? Who told? No,
I
I'm from Morocco.
hold on. No, I don't. That
Hey, where's
Nope.
that insight?
don't buy
button?
that.
Yeah. Can we all insight check him after that one?
I'm from Morocco. They call me the Shadow Man.
That's a hearty 17 on that.
That's a 19
If he
for
actually
me.
said that.
What?
Oh shit! All right, we're doing this.
Yeah, I
we
guess
are.
we're.
5. I continue.
Oh,
Beat my
no.
24 deception.
We
He's
believe
from
it.
He's from Morocco.
All right, he's from Morocco.
Kashano from Morocco. Well,
Yeah.
that does track.
It does rhyme at least.
Yeah.
Pin, may I borrow your hand for a moment?
It's
No, not
attached
that.
to me.
Not
Oh,
the
you
attached
mean
one.
yes. Let me get the little rascal, and I'll dig around in my bag and pull him out. Here we are.
Does this stuff look like the sores? Like it could have come from the sores on the hand?
No.
No? Okay. She does kind of holds it up to the light, kind of does the thing. Yeah, and she's like, nah. And she just gives it back the jar, the hand.
Thank you. I don't know why they chose a pickle jar of all things. It's a bit macabre for my taste.
It is a
Yes, well.
specimen jar, sir.
Oh, well, excuse me.
It's like Velasic 1823.
Yeah, right.
It's just like,
Would you prefer
Mount Olive.
a gilded shadow box or something?
I mean, it is a specimen, truly. You must admit. There's no denying that this is quite the discovery for science and the occult alike, in my opinion.
If you say so.
And I do, and I put it back in my bag.
Yep.
science and anti-science.
Jill says, well,
All right. Anyway.
speaking of science, you all have fun with that. And she points to the guns and Pin.
Yes. Nothing will possibly go wrong
Nothing.
Yes.
in that sequence of events.
Thrilled to have Pen cowering behind me while I shoot things for him.
Pretty much how that's gonna go.
It's a small boy behind the enormous Nora von Fehrenbach.
Yeah, she's pretty
in
tall.
her giant frilly black dress, picking off things with the rifle. I love that image.
I do too. It sounds safe.
It's like a reverse romance novel cover.
Yeah.
Uh,
So Jill's kind of like, you have fun with that. I think I'll just science.
Alone at a time like this? Are you sure, my friend?
Well, perhaps with an infectious disease on the run, alone is the best place for all of us.
And I'll lean in. But are we sure that that's what it is? I know that there's evidence, but I mean...
Of course I'm not sure. I haven't done any tests. How can I be sure if I haven't done tests? What are you, nuts?
What
Look,
if we...
Mr. Wright, if you'd like to go sciencing, since you're not planning on getting any target practice in anyways.
You seem ill-equipped for the shooting.
Yes, but the point is to be around the people that are doing the shooting. Oh, Lord,
Whatever you please.
I too... I believe we should stick together more than anything else, so I will go with Miss to the hospital.
All right, you and Dr. Faulkner may go to the
Yes!
I'm gonna shoot
See,
Pen myself.
I would have said the wrong name. I was gonna say Fahrenbach.
There's the sound of the rifle trigger just clicking.
Yeah, just clicking and it
Yeah.
Well, I know when I'm not wanted.
Do you?
Right then. Yeah, and I will just at that point go walk towards the
Yeah.
Very well.
guys with the guns and the ammunition.
So, you head over in that direction. And Jill and Penn head off towards the hospital, shown to their area. And we'll start with Kashano and Nora as they approach the activities area.
Excuse me. Scusi, is that correct? I apologize. I'm a bore with your languages. You've got some of these shooting rifles. May we perhaps borrow a couple?
There's nobody there. But I figured I'd let you finish.
Thanks.
So when you arrive at the activities area, It has already been completely vacated. A lot of items have been left behind, seemingly as everybody just kind of departed in a rush. Most unusually, there doesn't seem to be any workers here or anything here. There are still full glasses of lemonade laying about, pitchers still sitting on platters, and just all laying. But there's tennis rackets and balls left on the court, and the device that shoots the skeet is over there next to a small cabinet.
Okay. Are
Check out
there
the cabinet.
rifles there?
Yes.
Yeah, in the cabinet.
Well,
Ammunition.
Well, you go over and open up the cabinet, and you don't find any rifles at the cabinet. However, you do find a collection of ammo.
Told you I should have kept the gun.
Oh, I thought you said you were keeping it until we got a better one.
Yeah, I'm keeping it because there are no better ones.
Oh, okay, so you do still have it. All right.
I do still have the gun, yes.
All right. Yeah. All right, fair enough. I was kind of hoping to get something,
Upgrade,
but
something with a cartridge or a bolt action.
yeah, it would have been nice. But as long as they've got caps here that'll fit this, and it pulls out the hand cannon. You ever shot one of these?
Not much. Have you shot one of those?
Oh hell yeah! I mean, not one this nice, but yeah. I was in a traveling show for a while. Got a little bit of experience. I'd prefer to carry a Derringer. Don't usually travel with it, on ships and such when you got chance of being stolen. But yeah, no, I mean, look, I don't usually like to go around talking about it. You can let people know you have a gun, and it becomes a whole thing. But I mean, I had to hustle the old oil man, for a little bit of fun.
This American deserves it.
Yeah.
So, upon closer inspection of the bullets, you find two things.
Great.
Number one, these are rifle bullets. They do not fit in Kishano's revolver. Kishano, you remember back to your shooting contest with Russ Turnbull, where he seemingly produced an excessive amount of bullets from his jacket pocket to reload at the end of each round of shooting. The bullets are for rifles. However, they are birdshot. Now, for those of you who do not know, birdshot has... It's not great if you're looking to put down a rampaging person. It can do damage, but it is relatively light. It is meant to stun or kill, the lightly armored hunting birds that you see out there. It
Not
can pepper
ideal.
and stun somebody fairly badly, but that's about all it can do.
It's enough to
All right.
run.
I mean,
Something.
best to have non-lethal anyways, We're just trying to slow down a ill person. It's not necessarily looking to kill them, right?
I guess.
A box of 10 of those is in this cabinet.
Okay, I'll take that box then.
Well, that's it.
Very well.
That's it.
I thought we'd have some spares, get a little bit of fun in while we're out here, I mean, it's been a while since I shot
Hey,
one
there's
of
2
those.
episodes left. You guys are getting rationed.
All right. Well, I guess we'll take those, and I guess that's all we're going to do out here.
All right.
Shake down the American.
I mean, yeah, if I can find him.
You can track down Russ Turnbull. All right, so you're only taking the bullets. You're not doing anything else here?
What else is there?
I mean, if we've got extremely limited ammunition, we're not
I'm not gonna
fucking
waste it.
wasting some of it on target practice.
Very well. Meanwhile, back at the hospital. Jill, Penn, you have made it to the lab.
It's downstairs, right?
Yes, it is. It is in the basement level.
Okay. As we're kind of getting like going down there, Jill says, she says, "Now I still haven't gotten to go explore the morgue. So if you're interested in that, you could certainly do so. The first thing I want to do is see if I can figure out what this is."
I may be interested in going and checking out the morgue while you do that, because I have a very limited knowledge on advanced lab equipment. I only know how to do a few little here and there's.
And she kind of says, she's kind of like, yeah, I'm not really shocked by that, if I'm honest.
Look, I still think us going separate was not the greatest idea. We have no idea what's going on, and now all the people with the big guns that know what they're doing are somewhere, and we have just us and science and ghosts.
You could have gone with them. I didn't ask you to come.
I don't want anything to happen to you either. I'd prefer for us all to make it out of here.
Yes,
And at
well,
least you seem to share some of my ideals, while the others are like, oh, poof, poof, it's just a hush and a poof and whatever.
some of those were words.
Some of them were, but that's all I hear when they talk about it.
Well, that's, probably the same thing they hear when you talk about it, so. Anyway, and I'm gonna do science.
You're going to science your way out of this. All right.
To do science.
In what manner do you wish to do science?
I don't know. Jill would know. I want to see if I can figure out what this is.
All right. So, there are microscopes available here.
Oh, good. That.
Very well. So,
I'll prepare some slides.
you prepare a slide. Are you doing a wet slide or a dry slide?
Ooh. Is it like flaky material?
The pieces that you got off were kind of gooey.
Gooey. Maybe I'll start with a dry slide.
Very well. So,
Yeah, do that.
you put a dry slide of this substance in and you take a look at it. It appears to be a series of single-celled organisms suspended in some kind of black goo. And they appear dormant or dead.
Interesting. Is this like anything that I've seen before?
It looks similar to other cultures that you've taken a look at of, when you've examined the cellular structure of other items. It looks like things that you would find in perhaps a water culture or out in the woods if you're examining a leaf or a fungus. Looks similar to that. However, it's clear that these are completely immobile. If you were sampling something from a water source, you would see a lot more mobility, a lot more creatures seemingly alive in the substance. This is very stationary. However, they clearly have the structure of the type of creatures that you've seen before. These just appear to be dead.
I don't suppose I'd be able to tell how long dead?
No.
Did Pinton leave or is he still in here?
I don't know.
I was going to leave, but I did want to leave you before you started doing that. I wanted to pull out Handy in the jar and sit him on the table and be like, in case you need a sample from this, I don't know if that will be helpful, but you're here, so I figure you can probably make better use of him than I can.
Yeah, also this sample is interesting. It's sort of a goo, but there's these kind of dead single-celled organisms in it. So I'm not exactly sure what this is.
Single-celled organisms suspended in goo.
Yes.
I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell to me in anything I've seen before.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Maybe I'll do some tests and see how the goo responds. Is it like thick, oily goo?
It's oily. It's almost tar-like.
So like sticky, tacky, maybe kind
Yeah,
of.
a little bit.
But they weren't able to get it off the windows.
No.
But that could just be perhaps because they don't know how. They could have been trying the wrong method. Okay. Do I know of any other I mean, I can do a check. Do I know of any other tests I can do on this?
Well, you have a number of different substances here that you could expose your sample to.
Yeah,
you could start testing it for reactions.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Do a medicine check.
That is a nat 20, so 26.
All right, you science hard. You you start checking it. You start checking for acidity. You start checking for neutralizing properties and all these kind of things. The first thing that you notice is that in very high temperatures, this thick goo liquefies and separates. So the moment that you heat it up, the black goo portion separates from the small yellow particulates.
Interesting. Okay.
So the next test that you do, since you got a crit on your medicine, is you take a look at the separated yellow particulates, and you can see the yellow particulates are these single-cell organisms.
Okay. That was my suspicion, but...
And then you, after checking a dry slide, you try a wet one.
Yep.
And the moment you introduce water to these yellow particulates, they come to life and begin to multiply.
Holy shit. Benton! She's like yelling to the morgue.
I'm like,
Penton's gone.
Oh,
What's
cool.
he doing over there? But
Cool.
you yell for Penton, and Tulio and Lilith Contante walk in.
You're not who I asked for. Also, hello.
I'm sorry.
Hi. So he's been helping. I found something that might be of interest to you.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass the broken vase to Jill. That's in the pillowcase.
Yeah, she thinks that perhaps there is some kind of virus afoot here.
I make a face.
Great. Cool. So what's what's on the vase?
Take a look. It's on the rim of it.
It's the
Okay.
same substance you were just testing. However, it's not the solid form that you saw in the windows. It's the heated up form.
Oh shit. Okay. Where did you find this?
We found it in Sir Hubert's room.
They wanted to know what exactly happened to him. Does this help?
Yes and no. So, something very interesting So watch this, and I'll show them a dry slide.
Okay.
Or yeah, of the whatever. And I'm like, this is the same thing that handprint was outside the window. I'll show them the dry slide, and then I'll add water to it as like Lilith is looking through the microscope.
Oh. What is it doing?
Bringing them to life?
Well, perhaps I want some of that water then.
It's normal water.
Oh.
Water is not the issue. Ooh,
Do you
hold
think-
on. And Jill says, Tulio,
Yes,
need you to do me a favor.
of course.
Run
Studio's here
upstairs,
to help.
and I'll direct him to where we amputated that guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, in the medical waste bin, there should be an arm. Can you bring me that arm, please?
Of course.
I'm sure there's some.
I
sheets or
imagine there's something there to yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Tulio lives to serve.
Yep.
Please, anything for lovely ladies. I will take care of this.
You don't fucking know me like that. Don't talk to me like that.
Okay.
So
I trust that I can leave Miss Cantante in your care then.
Yep. All fine. Just go grab me that arm, please.
All right.
Or
And
leg, I don't know,
Tulio
whatever.
Takes off to go grab the arm or leg, whatever. Leaving Lilith Cantante alone with Miss Jill Faulkner.
I want
Meanwhile-
to share.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
Oh,
I just
No,
want to say I want to
please.
share what I investigated from that nat 20 with the coal in his room, as well as the window and him athletically getting down and leaving scratch marks. So I'm want to retell everything that I investigated and share that with her.
Very well.
what was the coal thing again?
Somebody had packed his heating stove for his room with coal,
Okay.
the result of which likely would have made his room sweltering.
Yep.
And then it had been put out by the time they got
This
there.
is looking real suspicious.
And the
the more
bed
and more we learn.
sheet. Yep, and the bed sheet was covered in sweat. And can I just say something right now and be like, I think someone is planning this shit. Anyways, you can-
Jill is right there with you because she says, yeah, this substance, when you heat it,
Mhm.
separates out these yellow organisms.
So someone went in his room and set this whole thing up to get him sick.
It looks that way, and water activates them, so maybe that's why they put them in the vase.
Who's allowed to enter? I guess anyone can.
Yeah, theoretically, pick a lock or have it steal a key or just have the key.
Interesting. If you don't mind taking a good look at Tulio when he comes back, I want to ask him a question. I want to know if he's hiding anything. Because he was in that room before I was there, and he was washing his hands.
All right. I mean, to be honest, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think he's smart enough to do this, but yeah, we can, yep.
You never know.
So,
So far, everything has been surprising me. In not a
meanwhile,
good way.
Penton Wright is walking around this hospital ruins.
The note.
Look-
I wanted to do something before I left. I just wanted to be
Oh,
clear.
please.
Which I assume Jill would have seen if she was paying attention, but she might have been looking at the microscope. I changed the head of my walking staff. It is now back to
Alright.
Grandma. So it is a real skull
Excellent.
at the head of my staff screwed in. Look, if I'm gonna contact something, I need all the help I can get.
I like to
So-
imagine that Jill noticed and just kind of was like, yeah, that tracks.
So, Penton, you're running around the ruins of this place. looking for the morgue. You have the directions you need. And as you're walking through the rotted, empty shell of this hospital, making your way towards the morgue, you do start to hear footsteps. And at one of the hallway intersections in front of you, a tall man, silhouetted in the dim light of this place, steps into view.
Like out of nowhere? Or
No,
just...
he just steps like it's a hallway intersection in front of you. He walks out.
And how
It's
far
difficult to
ahead of
see
me?
him. It's difficult to see who he is from the silhouette. It is a tall man.
And
Large build.
all right. How far ahead of me? I might have missed that.
He's about 10, 12 feet ahead of you.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's just kind of looking around. It doesn't seem that he's noticed you yet.
Okay. Is it like pitch dark down here?
It's quite dark. You can see him silhouetted. It's difficult to see who he is.
Oh. Hello. Are you... Who... What are you doing down here?
And he turns to you. And he tilts his head. And then he reaches into his jacket and pulls out his long-barreled pistol. I ain't never killed a Wendigo before. And we're gonna take a break right there.
Oh, fuck!
Oh no!
Damn.
Well,
Well, yeah, I guess it's break time. And
I'm
we'll
gonna die.
be back in 15.
Hello, and welcome back to Poveglia, a weekend in Poveglia. I am a very lucky dungeon master that I get to play with all these cool people who all make stuff on the internets, and I like to take this moment here to allow them to talk about the various things that they do. And we're going to start with Lilith Contante today. Lilith, tell us about what you got going on, birthday girl.
Yeah, it's my
Wish her happy birthdays.
birthday. It's my birthday. Yay. So I went out and got myself a little something at this place called Daiso. It's like a shop that's has a whole bunch of Japanese goodness. It's a big fluffy bunny.
That's adorable.
That is
Love
So
dice.
Yeah. So I play games on both Twitch and on YouTube. Whatever I can't play on okay, hold on. PlayStation 4 games, I can't Twitch, so I YouTube there. And most of my Steam games are on the Twitch channel. If you ever want to like stop by and watch. I got most of my work done. So I think Visage will be coming back on tomorrow. I'm excited. I don't know what you're doing, Buck, but you know, everyone
Well,
else, you also invited.
Oh, I'll tell you very shortly. All right.
Gosh. Other than
So-
that, again, stop by at YouTube and watch my song because I'm gonna keep adding that for a while.
Check out her stuff and be sure to wish her a happy birthday on our Discord or on here in chat or on
Yeah.
her channel tomorrow, and it'll just be late. And don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I might stream afterwards too for some kind of birthday celebration. I need to do something today for myself besides
Yeah,
a
look,
bunny.
Whatever you want.
So be on the lookout.
Next up, we've got Nora von Fehrenbach.
Hi guys, I'm Arcady. This week you can mostly find me on my Twitter, which is Arcady Cosplay. This week I just did a Fire Emblem photo shoot, and I'm probably gonna stay up a bit tonight and try to finish editing it. And so yeah, that should be up tomorrow. So yeah, cosplay work, brand new, never before seen, on my Twitter, probably tomorrow. Yeah, but beyond that, you can find me just hanging around Twitter, and I'm here every Sunday.
All right. We look forward to that. You got the. I can't wait to see the new shoot. Well, I'm gonna be looking out for it. So next up, we've got the amazing Kashano.
I am Jonathan, also known as Kashano, also known as Darius, sometimes known as Rolda, sometimes known as various production characters, because I'm usually the producer here, but not tonight, because actually, in case any of you haven't noticed, our friend Cara Safiria is trying out her hand at apprentice production, doing a great job so far. So everyone give her a hand. And also, I want to mention again that tonight's episode and all of our episodes, our regularly scheduled live actual play games, are sponsored by Hero Forge. And they got this Black Friday sale starting tomorrow. So if you've been waiting to buy those minis that you've been building up, this is the time to do it. It's $5 off all printed minis with the code EPICLOOT. You can see down in the bottom left corner of the screen. And also, not mentioned there though, if you are a 3D printer or you have access to a 3D printer, you might want to get those STLs, because those you don't even need a discount code for. Those are half price. Those are $3.99. So starting tomorrow through November 30th. I also want to mention, because we got a video that's coming out soon, they'll go into great detail, where I got to interview the COO of Hero Forge. And in that interview, he mentioned that they have no problem. In fact, they love it that there are people out there who will print your minis for you. If you look around on various sites like Etsy, people have shops where they do it. Or you can even look on like Fiverr. There are people who print off your minis. And actually, if you hit me up on Discord, I'm thinking about doing some printing for hire now that I know they're cool with it. So
That
that's a
took longer than I expected.
hey, why not? So that's a way to, if you're looking to get a whole bunch of characters, you can get them the files for $4 a piece and have them printed off. You know, a lot of people charge like $5 to print them off, so that plus shipping, yeah, save a little bit of cash. It's worth doing. But keep an eye out for that video coming out, which is being edited. But I don't know which direction you're in on the screen. But
You're around here somewhere.
Around here somewhere.
edited by Sarah. We got that one coming out, and then we got a couple more that are gonna come out. Hero Forge has been big supporters of us, and especially after talking to Joshua, the COO, they're an awesome company. So, you know, support them too.
Incredible folks. We can't thank them enough for the support that they give us here, just like we can't thank you guys enough for the support that you give us by watching the show. And speaking of which, Jill, what do you got going on?
Hey! Well, John said the stuff that I was going to say about Hero Forge. So...
Sorry, I ruined all your stuff.
Nope, it's fine. Watch Trash Bin.
Watch Trash Bin. We're going to do Phasmophobia next week.
Yeah, Phasmophobia coming down next week. I'm going to probably cry. So it'll be great.
Also, Jill and Penton are gonna join me tomorrow afternoon. We're gonna do an afternoon stream of something new that we're doing.
Something new
that I am calling World Weavers.
Ooh,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I like it.
I do love alliteration. So
See, look, I thought about this in the shower today.
It's the best place for thinking.
And look, all my best ideas happen in the shower.
Now, what is World Weavers?
World Weavers is a show where we are going to construct a fantasy world that we might use next year for something. Who knows when we're done? So we're going to start by constructing our main land mass tomorrow. And then we're going to name the place. And then you'll be able to tune in to see us make cities, towns, cultures, dungeons, enemies, evil villains, heroic figures. It's going to be fun. And maybe we'll get some input from the audience. So you're going to have to check all that stuff out. And we're going to be uploading that on our YouTube channel after we stream them during the day throughout the weeks to come. All right. So yeah, look for me and Jill and Penton all together on that kind of stuff. Speaking of which, Penton, what do you got going on?
If he lives through the night.
I was gonna say, look, guys, I'm gonna level with you. I'm about to go through like some trauma. It's probably gonna be emotional. I might cry and I might die. So if you want to help me feel better, you should go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Noctum Sky. I do a lot of stuff over there, gaming. I've done Baldur's Gate. I recently made an Unis Honest video. More emotional trauma. I definitely cried that day. So really, just come help me out, help you out with some great content, and just check me out over there on YouTube. Thank you
Here
so
we
much.
go. You threaten a dude with one whacked out Arkansonian. And thank you, everyone, for telling us about the things that you do. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And let's get back to the game. When last we left our party attendees, Lilith and Jill were in the lab. Nora and Kashano were out on the grounds. And Penton had just come across... Oh, wrong button. Russ Turnbull. And Russ Turnbull has accused him of being a Wendigo.
No, hey, whoa, I'm not, Russ, was it? I'm not, are you okay? I know it's kind of dark down here. I'm Penton. Look,
Russ
me.
has raised his pistol. I would ask you to roll initiative, please, sir.
Oh, fun. This is the first time. I'm so honored. It's a 4.
Well, Russ rolled 1.
Oh, thank God.
So you go before Russ. He is aiming a pistol in your direction, and he is cocked to the hammer back. To your left and right are piles of rubbles and doorways that lead to empty rooms full of debris. What are you going to do?
Oh my God, I've never dealt with a man with a gun before. Yeah, I guess I'm running left, like sprinting.
All right,
Yeah.
You run left into one of the empty hospital rooms there. It is filled with rocks and debris.
Is there anything to hide in or behind, or can
So
I?
you can certainly roll dice to try and find one of those things.
Actually, I'm gonna hide right beside the doorway.
Okay.
I'm gonna run and get flush with the doorway, and I'm going to hold like my staff like at the ready to just like bash him in the head if he comes around the corner.
You're going to ready a staff bash.
Yes.
Very well, sir. Have I given you a staff on your sheet?
I don't think so.
Let me
I'm
give
sorry
you
that I
staff.
didn't prep for that.
No, that's all right. Let me give you a
Puck.
quarter staff.
Music's a little hot, and I think you'll have to turn it
Let
down.
me bring it down again.
Well, I
Sorry, I tried to bring it down before, and it was...
think you have to turn it down in the stream deck.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's better.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Let me add this little piece of equipment for you.
And I'm just up against the wall like, okay, he's got a gun. Why do people carry guns? To kill other people. I am people.
All right. So you will note that on your D&D Beyond character sheet now, if you reload it, you have a quarterstaff. It is a melee weapon.
Great. I do have a question.
Sure.
Because I know that there's a lot of the stuff from Fighter in here. Does the dueling perk affect this, which is...
No.
Okay, just making sure.
You have second wind, and those are the only abilities you have access to, sir.
Perfect.
So-
okay.
Are you going to ready an action?
I'm readying a staff attack, yeah.
Very well. Russ Turnbull walks towards the room. And rounds the corner. Please make a quarterstaff attack.
Am I allowed to wait if he sees me? Or do I have to? I'm asking. I'm not trying to. I just want to wait, and if he turns this way. But
he
if
is
that's
rounding the corner, pistol out, and going to scan the room for something to shoot.
Okay, fine. If he is doing the scanning, then yeah, I will take that hit. So this is, I guess I just do this, and it should roll.
Quarterstaff, you swung with a 13. You crack Russ Turnbull across the head with your quarterstaff, and he tumbles to the ground in a heap.
Thank you, Grandma.
Could you please roll for damage? Just click on
Sure.
it in the roll 20 feed. It should show.
Sure. Is it the 1d6 or the 1d8?
Just click on quarterstaff in the roll 20 feed.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll just give you the. Yeah, there you go. So if you were swinging two-handed, it's 5 damage, and if you're swinging one-handed, it's 8.
Oh, how convenient! But I was swinging two-handed. Sorry.
Very
So it's
well.
the 5.
You whacked him for 5 damage. It is clear that he is not dead. And he begins to stir in the heap on the ground. It is your turn. What is the action that you will take, Pentonwright?
Is he still holding the gun?
Yes, he is.
Oh God, it's all bad. I guess I'm running away. I'm not dealing with this. I'll just sprint past him back towards the way I came.
Very well. The hallways are very long in this hospital.
Okay, I think I came.
I
this
would
way.
like you to make for me either an athletics or acrobatics check for your movement to run away.
Okay.
The results of which will be added as a bonus to your armor class against Russ Turnbull's shots against you.
Okay. Just to get back to basics, I'm rolling an athletics roll, right? Or
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you pick.
I'll do that first. And
Very well.
Pray. It's a 3.
That's a 3. You have a bonus of 0.
I love it.
Russ Turnbull gets up, rounds the corner from the room, and fires a shot down the hall at you with disadvantage.
The first
That is-
number's a 27.
No, that is an 18 and a 9. Now he gets
Oh.
+2 to those. So his low shot is 11.
That breaks my AC by 1.
All right. Benton,
Mm-hmm.
you are wounded for 8 damage.
I'm down. I only had 7 health left from the
You
other
had
day.
2 temp from the looks of it.
That's my sanity.
Oh,
I used
right.
that
You
for
said your
sanity.
sanity is the temp. You did replenish after a night's sleep.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I'm down to 2. But I am wounded bad.
Yes. Meanwhile, everyone, you heard a gunshot,
Yep.
followed by 3 more.
That's close.
It's coming from the hospital.
That's too close.
That didn't sound like someone shooting out in the open.
No, that wasn't out here. It sounded inside.
From where?
No. The hospital? That's a little on the nose, but
Shit. Yeah. I guess.
Jill and Penton.
I guess. Take off running. We know they went over to the hospital.
Yeah, take off running.
Meanwhile, Jill's gonna make a bomb.
Okay. I guess I'll start acting a little frank. I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna die. What do we do? What are you doing? Please tell me we're gonna be okay, Jim. Please tell me. I will.
Actually, so I'm gonna make. I'm gonna see if I can't whip up, like, basically a smoke grenade.
With the chemicals that are here?
Yeah.
All right, I will require a medicine check to achieve that.
Oh god. I've already used up my good rolls.
You can do it.
That's a 24.
Woo!
You achieve a collection of substances that you feel will make a sufficient smoke cloud.
Okay.
Okay, great.
It's basically a sealed bottle inside another bottle, that when you throw the two substances together and both bottles break, the mixture reaction causes smoke.
Okay. Do I have enough to make more than one?
No.
Okay. So I'll make that.
Unfortunately, you don't have the... this place isn't built to make weapons, so you've
Yeah.
kind of used up your containers.
All right.
Is there anything sharp that we can use as weapons?
I mean, yeah, it's a.
Yeah.
There's scissors.
Yeah,
and
there are knives
saws
and scalpels here.
Oh yeah.
A saw.
Well, I had to cut that guy's arm off with something, so assuming that there's another
Bone
one
saw.
of those down here.
Bone saw is ready.
Oh god.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
It's a
I'll grab a
Spider-Man 1 reference.
scissors. Quick and swift with that
Yeah,
thing.
so in here.
I'll get my smoke grenade and grab just like a scalpel.
All right, you grab a sharp implement.
Yes.
Any chance? Is there
we'll call
anything
it a
like?
dagger.
Are there any dangerous chemicals in here? Like
I mean, there
acid?
are, but
acid?
there are
Acid
some
in a
acids.
jar? There's acids.
Yeah, there is.
We could throw bottles of acids. You want to do that?
Yeah, and I'm gonna put this. So I'm gonna put the vial of a small vial of a sample of the goo stuff in one pocket, and a small vial of water in the other pocket.
Very well.
And then, yeah, I guess I'm gonna head towards the sound.
Would we get an idea that Penn's in danger? Considering, did he say where he was going? Probably not me. I came after. when
Well,
Penn left.
I knew he was going towards the morgue.
Yeah.
Does she pick up that's in the general area where he is?
Yeah.
Should we bring Band-Aid?
Should we bring a Band-Aid? He's probably hurt.
Just bring up one Band-Aid.
One Band-Aid should be enough.
Here you go. Here's one
All
Band-Aid.
right. Jill, Lilith,
Cute stickers
Kashano, Nora, I would like you all to make athletics checks that tell me how quickly you will arrive on the scene with Penn.
That's not great. 10.
16.
Mine's a 13.
Okay.
Lil's got a 2.
I've got a big fluffy dress on, all right? It's a lot of weight
Doesn't
to
want
carry.
to go. So, Nora, you will arrive on the scene first.
How does she get there
Awesome.
before? I was in the same building.
I'm real
No,
We're
it's
fast.
making
sprint.
bombs.
Yeah.
you stopped to make some stuff. You did chemistry before you left to go save him.
I can't save him if we all die.
True. So, Kishano and Nora, Kishano, you notice that Nora picks up speed and gets out in front of you rather
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, I get. Wait a second.
I got this. I got this.
Rifle in hand,
Yeah, like I'm loading it as I'm running.
and everybody else is on their way. Penton, you are running through the seemingly endless halls of this place, being doggedly pursued by this man. And as you look back and catch glimpses of him in the light shining out from the windows in the rooms, you can see that there is now blood dripping down his face from the mighty blow that you struck against him earlier. You have been wounded in your abdomen. You are bleeding. You have taken a bullet. And you are hobbling your way along to get away from this gentleman. What do you do?
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. First I want to say that I'd say this is when adrenaline would kick in, and I'm gonna say this is my second wind. So I'm
Okay.
gonna do that.
You're gonna give yourself a second win.
Yeah, I assume I just click that. Yeah, here we go. It's 1d10 plus 1, so I'll just roll
Yeah.
that because I can't figure out how to make it work in roll 20. So, boop, sure. 7 plus 1, so that's 8 HP back. So I'm back to full. But
you feel
still
better.
shot.
Yeah, but still shot.
So yeah,
Infernal
I'll.
shock.
Yeah, that's that. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta go. I'm just gonna keep running, I guess, and just try to get back to the room. And I guess I'll be shouting like, "He's crazy! He's got a gun! I'm trying! Oh God!" And just running back to the room as quickly as possible. Like, I guess if there's like rubble, I'll try to like bob and weave, serpentine, as it were.
You're trying to serpentine away.
Yeah.
You are just looking to get back to the laboratory?
Yes.
Very well. So you won't need to go up another level for that. However, you'll notice the shape of the hospital is like a big box.
Okay.
The laboratory is on one side of the box, and the morgue is on the other side.
Oh, great.
So, you've got a long run ahead of you.
Oh,
He has
God.
fired 3 additional shots behind you. They were nowhere near the mark, but he is still pursuing you. Now, we are going to do opposing athletics checks to see if you can avoid him for another round.
Okay. Okay.
D&D quick time event.
I got an
You
11.
just stay ahead of him
He
and
got a
out of
10.
his range as he pops off 2 more shots in your direction.
Oh God, my hat.
Nowhere near you.
Oh. Well. Oh.
Now, another to see if he catches up to you again.
That was 6 shots, right?
Yes.
I rolled a nat 1.
So,
And again, he does reload real fast.
yes, he does. So you hear him. You hear the sound of the bullets clattering to the ground as he unloads the gun. And then you hear the sound of him slowly loading one bullet at a time. Your running has led you to a wrong turn. And you have gone into another sealed room. There is a square box window near the top, as this is a lower floor room that leads out into the courtyard. The window is broken open, although there are some shards of glass around the edges. You have one action before he arrives to shoot. What are you going to do?
Is there anything else in this room?
I will need a check.
What would you like, investigation or perception?
Dealer's choice.
Let's do investigation. It's a 16.
There are the remains of a wheeled medical bed, partially under some ruins in the corner. And there is a half broke open cabinet with only one door.
Okay, I will ask you this. Do I have time? I know the window's broken open, but do I have time to run past the window and just kind of like hit it with my staff to make a sound and maybe make it look like it's been recently messed with and then go duck in the ruins? Or is that too much?
I would say that that is either an athletics or a sleight of hand check. Say acrobatics or sleight of hand check. That's quick movements.
Let's do acrobatics. That is a 6.
You hammer away at the window and turn, but you trip on a piece of rubble and fall. Loading the last bullet in, Russ Turnbull rounds the corner and fires 2 shots at you. Sorry, just 1 shot at disadvantage. He is quite off the deep end at this point. And he rolls a 1 with his lowest number. And the bullets strike the ground in front of you. And the dust is kicked up. What is your escape action, sir?
I'm just... Fuck it, I am going to, like, tackle him with, like, just roll him over. I've gone feral. I'm so scared. I'm just gonna, like, run up with my staff, like
literally
in front of me and just try to hammer
I don't
him
know
down.
if you saw it, but that roll was a 1 and a 20.
Yeah,
I can't see it.
So he either missed or shot you straight in the head. So if you're going to tackle him, I would like you to make a melee strike against him. Unarmed strike, it is in your actions on your character sheet.
Unarmed strike. That's a 5.
Okay. He has a base AC of 10. So you charge into him, and he holds firm. And as the sweat and blood pours off of his face, he looks down and you says, I played football. You're going to have to tackle harder than that to knock me down, Wendigo. And goes to bash you on the head with his gun. He gets a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
You are bashed on the head for a total of 5 bludgeoning damage.
Yep, I'm still up, but yeah.
What's your next move, Penton?
Am I, like, in a grapple with him? Not saying I'm holding him, but are we, like, barred? Or...
I'm going to say that you charged into him and just kind of, like, bumped and then tumbled back, and then he whacked you on the head.
Is he blocking?
So you're in front of him.
Is he blocking the doorway?
Not fully. He's a bit in the room at this point. You can try to scamper past him.
Man, what else is there to do?
You can always try to whack him with the staff again.
I don't know how well that's going. So yeah, I'm going to just, as soon as I come down from that, just try to duck and run, like, just any way I can past him.
Very well. You may duck and run any way you can past him. What kind of skills would you like to use to avoid his fists coming at you?
They're all bad. All my physical stats are bad. I'm gonna be honest with you here, man.
Okay.
So
well,
whatever you want.
I'm gonna let you pick. So I need you to come up with tell me a story of how you use one of your cool skills to get past this dude. This hulking Arkansonian with a gun who's ready to knock you out.
I guess I'll do. Can I roll deception and pretend like I was about to like stumble extra, like I was gonna fall, and then just gun it out?
Yeah, I will let you roll perception to attempt a feint where it's just like, I'm going this way. No, I'm not.
Okay, here's your deception roll, and it is a nat 1. It
Cool.
is a 3.
So he's gonna take a swing at you as you scamper past. He still has disadvantage because of his condition, and he gets a 4. You manage to scrape past. He also rolls his second missed crit of the day. And you scamper past as he attempts to take a swing at you. You run past this rubble-covered hallway, and as you start to go in the direction of what you hope is safety, you see Miss Nora von Fehrenbach round a section of stairs, holding a very long rifle. Miss Nora von Fehrenbach, I require an initiative roll at this time.
Yep. Amazing. Nat 20.
You are at the top of the round, Nora, and
Thank you.
very sweaty, bloody-faced, barely lit Russ Turnbull has just walked out into the hallway behind Penton, who is very clearly wounded, both on his head and in his abdomen.
Can I get between them in a turn? How far are they?
He's about 60 feet away.
It's probably not. How long range is my gun?
It's got a
80
fair bit.
feet.
It's a long neck rifle. So
Great. I take
Okay,
a
well,
shot.
sorry.
I don't know
sorry,
how I
about
fire.
30 feet. About 30 feet. We'll say Penn got a full run out, and we'll say it's about 30 feet away.
Oh, then I run between them for starters.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so I put myself between Russ and Penn and take a shot with the rifle. How do I do that? Do I just do that?
Yep. Just do it.
14 to hit?
You hit him. So because of the bird shot, I'm going to -5 from that damage.
It's fine by me.
But it peppers him and kind of flays his clothes, and he staggers a bit from the shot.
I'm gonna get shot next.
And he looks
Y'all
up
better
at
be
you,
running behind me.
blood trailing from his face, dripping with sweat, the sweat from his brow, creating clean lines from where the trails of blood are on his face. As he feels his wound and pulls his bloodied hand away. I didn't know Wendigos could shoot.
I don't even flinch. I'm not moving between.
You're just like,
between him
no.
and Penn. I'm
I
just
will
standing there. Standing there, reloading the gun again. Fully aware that he's probably gonna take a shot at me though.
Very well. And he takes a disadvantaged shot at you. Gets a 2.
That does not hit.
As the shot goes wide. Penton, Nora has come to your aid.
I'm okay.
Run!
Is there a corner? Because I don't want to abandon her completely, but I
You
want to
can.
get away.
There are plenty of corners.
I'm gonna get around the corner and just try to dig in my bag and just anything I can shove in me that will stop this. Technically I'm kind of a medical student, so I theoretically have something for
Right.
this.
So you're attempting to tourniquet yourself and
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Just field medic shit. It doesn't have to be good.
Give me a medicine check.
That's a nat 20. Thank you.
Really?
All right. You managed to stop everywhere that you're bleeding. Next, Kishano and Jill arrive. Kishano from the stairs where Nora came through, and Jill rounding the corner at the other end of the hallway.
Initiative, or do we just...
Initiative, please.
That's a 19.
Okie dokie. So we are back at the top of the round with Nora.
I take another shot at him with a hunting rifle. 8 to hit, though.
Unfortunately, the shot goes wide. Next, the amazing Kashano.
So Nora, take a knee. Hoping that she
Right after that.
is out of the way, because
He doesn't even look, he just shoots and then
Yeah,
Nora
my
falls down.
movement is to duck.
Okay, excellent.
Since this is a revolver, can I get off more than one shot? Because if I'm unloading,
You get off one shot for this round, as you have
Okay.
just entered the battle and seen this foe.
ugh,
Shot is wide.
that is a 5. That shot goes wide.
Turn and yell, really?
It's dark.
Shoot!
Jill.
For my movement, I will. Do I see where Penn is?
Yeah, he's curled up in a corner behind some rubble and he's patching himself up.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll move towards him.
All right.
Okay. So I will. I'm gonna go towards Pin. I'm gonna spend my whole turn going towards Pin. And do I pass Kashano in that?
You get right up close to him because you would be, so to picture it, you would be at the back of this hallway. They're kind of in the middle where the stairway was.
Okay.
And then on the other side of them is Russ. So you would have gotten up to Penn, who was just off to the side in the hallway. You've been right up next to Kashano when you got up.
Okay. So when I get close, I'm on my way to Pin, but when I get close to Kashano, I'm gonna pass him the smoke grenade. And I'm gonna say, you can use this smoke as cover if you need to.
All right.
Seems like it'd be right up your alley, and I'll pass it to him. And then it's straight for Pin.
All right.
All right. Next up, Penn, do you want to do anything else to patch yourself up?
Well, I mean, what else is there to do at this point? I'm just in shock, I think.
All right. Penton is in shock. Russ
In
aims his
danger.
gun at 1, 2, 3, 4. Aims his gun at Nora.
Of course he does. It's cool, it's cool. I got one more hit point than the rest of you. I can take it. I think that
rolls-
hits.
An 11
My armor class is 11.
and a 10. Since he has disadvantage, he has to take the 10.
Oh, it doesn't hit! Thank God! Just barely! It, like, whizzes.
You feel it go through your hair. Nora.
I will take another shot at him. 12 to hit.
All right. 12 hits. You fire off your shot. It catches him in the chest. He stumbles as his pistol drops to the ground, and he slumps to the side of the wall. He slowly slides down and then lays motionless.
Can I use my movement to walk towards him and kick the pistol away just in case?
Absolutely.
That's what I do. I walk towards him and kick the pistol back towards Kashano.
Oh, I'm getting all kinds of presents today.
Yep.
You're like, I'm gonna dual wield.
Bang, bang, cowboy.
So, anyways, I started blasting.
And here I was going online on how to throw scissors.
And just
Jill will yell out, "Don't touch his body!"
Just as he slumps down against the wall, Lilith arrives on the scene.
I did it.
So you go up to the body, Nora, and Russ Turnbull's eyes are wide open. And his mouth is agape, and the blood is stained the side of his face, and there are trails from the beads of sweat that were pouring off of him that are still glistening in the dim light.
Am I solidly sure he's dead?
Make a medicine check.
Oh, great.
Some double tap.
Super smart here.
Double tap.
11.
Yeah, you're pretty sure he's dead.
Right. I just coldly turn away and walk back towards, I don't know where everyone's coming from. I'll walk
Well,
towards
they're all
Penn.
behind you right now.
I walk towards the group then.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Americans.
All right. What about him? And I look down at Penn.
Not dead.
Not
Do we-
dead.
Doctor, do we move him? Do we? What do we do?
Well, he's already staunched the bleeding. So, unfortunately, there's not much else I can do other than give him something for the pain and rest.
All right. So I suppose we'll have to move him.
Yeah.
Do like a bed or something. Yeah, I guess I'll start looking around.
I'll give him some cocaine.
There you go. Do cocaine about it. I'll start looking around for, if there is a functioning gurney. Great. If not, then just like a piece of fabric we can kind of hoist him on.
Give me an investigation or perception check to see what you can find.
All right. Let's go with let's go with the perception. That's a nat 20.
You find a gurney.
Fantastic. All right,
Not
hey.
a wheeled one, of course. It's like one of the bed platforms. Two people on each, or one person on each side, and you can carry him off.
Yeah, it's better anyways, because I think we gotta go downstairs, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'll bring that over, and I imagine somebody helps me hoist him.
Yeah,
onto
I'll help lift him because I think I'm stronger than all of you guys still. I think I just always am in every world.
Talk about it. While they're doing that, I'm gonna go over to Russ and see, does he have sores?
Russ doesn't have sores.
Does he have any, other than, all of his wounds, does he have anything that would indicate the fuck was wrong with him?
Is sweating buckets. His clothes are moist with sweat.
All right, well, I guess.
Or at least he was.
I'm gonna see, does he have any of this goo on him?
Let's do a medicine check.
Great. That's a 20. Not nat.
You look over him.
Dirty.
He doesn't appear to have any of this goo on him. His breath smells of vodka and lemons.
So he's just drunk?
Perhaps. They were serving lemonade at the activities.
All right. If there's nothing else I can figure out from him, I'll find a sheet and double
Nora
check that
calls-
he's dead.
Nora calls to search him for ammo.
I don't want to. Okay. All right.
I'll come over and do it for you, but you're already there. I mean, if you want me to touch the dead body, I will, but you're there already.
She'll search for the ammo.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
That's a nat 20.
All right, you find 9 more bullets.
Thank God. For whose gun?
For Kashano's guns.
Yep.
Kashana
have
got
7
9 more
shots
bullets
left.
for you.
I'm down to 7, so
Yeah, so if there's nothing else I can figure out off his body, I'll double, just, do kind of a time of death, make sure he's dead thing, and then put a
All right.
sheet over him.
Very well. You put a sheet over him.
And then Jill just stands up and goes, all right, where's Tulio with that arm?
Like once we get penned down into whatever seems like, as the first time I've been in this hospital, but whatever seems like the well-lit, equipped room.
Well, actually,
Where?
as luck would have it, the 2 equipped hospital bedrooms would be where Jill sent Tulio to get the arm.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess I
And
would
Penn
need to
knows where it
figure
is.
out
He's
where
been
that
there
is.
before.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if
Hey.
you ask, I can tell you.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, bud. You know any of these rooms put together?
There's the hall, and he was, and
Doctor, where should we take him?
There's rooms upstairs, and I kind of direct him. She says, and I'll go with you because I sent Tulio to retrieve something and he hasn't returned.
All right. We'll head up there.
Right. And Lilith, are you heading with them? Now that you've...
I'm not gonna be alone. That's crazy.
You're just like, nope, coming.
Here we go. It's dangerous to go alone.
Hand her a gun. Take this.
Need a weapon. Freaking scissors.
it's not a bad idea.
So, you all head upstairs to the hospital room. And the moment that you step inside, there's blood on the floor and the counter that wasn't there before. There's also 4 fingers and a set of half of a prayer bead necklace laying on the floor. The fingers sticking to the floor in pools of their own blood.
Get him in the other room.
Chance that anyone recognizes those fingers, are there? What? What? Hold on.
Have you seen this man before?
It's a serious question.
The fingers are difficult to recognize.
We've got to put Penn somewhere, but as soon as we get him down somewhere, I'm cocking the pistol and making a sweep of this room.
someone's staying with me, because if someone is not, I will start freaking out.
I'll stay with Penn, the gun. Since you wanted to cower behind me anyways, and you got your wish, so.
Right.
I'm too in shock to sass you right now, but it's coming.
I'm saving it up.
So, if you cock the gun and sweep the room appears to be empty, although there is some signs of struggle. One of the trays of surgical tools has been knocked over and dumped out in this room.
Was anyone else in here? Kind of shouting back to the rest of the group, Nora and Lilith.
I sent Tulio in here to get something just before everything started happening.
Hey, Tulio! Senor Rodrigo!
Still, while Kashano is calling out looking for Tulio, and you go to examine the fingers, as I imagine you were going to do because you asked if you recognized them. You don't recognize the fingers.
The beads.
But you recognize the beads. They belonged to the brother.
I was afraid
of
of
the
that.
man that you tended to the previous night.
I was afraid of that.
Kashano, nobody responds to your calls.
We're in the same room, right? Me and Kashano, like he's still in the room.
Yeah, I imagine he's like calling out the hallway, seeing if anybody comes out, but I imagine you guys are like in the same vicinity.
Okay. Hey Kashano.
Yeah.
These beads belonged to one of the workers.
Those look like the fingers of a worker or a Spanish aristocrat.
They're calloused.
Worker.
All right. I'm gonna reload Russ's gun. So, did it have any shots, any bullets left in it?
It had 2 shots left.
Okay, so I have a total of 16. So yeah, I'll reload that, and then 2 more caps. I'll go back and I'm handing this over to Nora. You can't have 1 shot going on here.
Wait,
So
how many does that? How many did you just hand me?
so you've got Russ's gun. It's loaded with 6 shots, and you've got 2 more bullets that you can reload it with.
Thank you. Sorry. Carry on.
I got a feeling that whatever happened to him may have happened to Tulio as well.
I think so too.
Does anybody want to investigate this room where the blood is?
Yeah.
No, if I see Tulio, I'm shooting him.
Lilith, you're investigating the room with the blood?
Just what? Just me? Oh, don't.
Yeah, well, you
don't
said
be
yeah.
so.
I
Don't be
think you're the
confident.
one left in there now too.
You said yeah. Good, check it out. Investigate.
Oh, no. Please be lucky.
That's a 7.
Nah.
I don't notice nothing. Very well. As Kashano cocks his
Useful.
gun and goes looking for Tulio, there is another scream, followed by a series of shots, and the sound of breaking windows.
From inside the hospital?
Where is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's coming from outside, in the direction of the workers' area.
Fucking how many people are carrying guns on this goddamn island?
And we couldn't find any.
Probably the workers took them away and now have them.
So that's why there weren't any bullets.
That's where we're gonna
No!
stop today.
No! You monster. Fuck.
Oh.
Tune in next week for the exciting conclusion of a weekend in Poveglia.
With everybody dead.
With that,
Stressful.
thank you
Time
so
to watch
much.
everyone die.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you so much to my incredible cast for letting me mess with them in this story that I'm hoping is quite suspenseful. I could see everybody was very concerned for Penton and his stressful run from the crazed Russ Turnbull. I love to hear the theories as to what is going on here, what is happening. It's great. I really love doing this. Thanks so much to everybody. Say happy birthday to Lilith. Thank you to our guest producer, Karis, joining us today. She did a good job in helping us out running the show. And thanks to you guys for watching. Thanks to my cast. Tune in next week. And until next time, we'll see you on the island.
Readers, Winterfell walkers, and mummies on parade. Now we're on parade, a mummy parade. Marching in an undead line, the curse will never fade. Kree Jaffa, Alelu Amon Ra. They follow us, they're mummies on parade. We boarded then our starship to the Delta Quadrant find. The Borg joined our parade, and the Daleks in